Outlander. This is Season 7, Episode 7. Its title is A Practical Guide for Time Travelers. Let's do it!
I miss you, darling.
You gotta go back. Oh, this is gonna be wild. You brought a time traveler home.
Also known as William Buckley Mackenzie.
Your servant, madam.
How did Roger not just beat him to death out in the yard? What are the pins? I want a pin. I want a button. I remember hearing about that.
We heard the strange noise.
Time travel.
I'm thinking the two of you know it.
Yeah, they know it.
Well, with those great roaring.
Yes! Robot carriages and sky dragons made of metal.
You survived being hanged.
Yeah, that's pretty intense.
The soldiers we don't lose in battle, we lose to desertion.
It's a disgrace.
I like him.
Is what they are.
Just the look of him.
It's not only Hessians deserting.
Whoa, mustache.
Meanwhile, the Continental Army.
Who's that Draco Malfoy looking dude?
And we will prevail, as we always do.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
From General Howe.
Hold my drink, I got serious face.
If you do not have a seat at this table, make your exit swift.
Oh, things have changed. Thief! Thief! He's acting real Slytherin. He's like Aladdin. Aladdin didn't do that, though. You stole that just to waste it?
You won't catch me wasting any of this on my horse.
Yeah. Eat it yourself. You stole it.
I have it on good authority that Mrs. Lynde is the General's mistress. She'd be summoned this early. Can't be good.
No.
Oh, dang. This guy is gonna get you in trouble. Oh, Mr. Ed. Oh, dude, calm down. I don't like watching people eat, let alone eat very fast.
Morag is my 5, maybe 6 times, I forget the number, great-grandmother.
Yeah, put that together.
That makes you my granda.
And you repay him with hanging him.
We're family.
So apologize.
On my father's side. His name
You gonna tell him?
was James Fraser.
When are the kids gonna get home and get to meet their grandpa? He was missing in 78? Does he know more things? Question him.
What year was it that you came through?
The year of our Lord, 1778.
Ask him questions.
Fiona and the kids.
Put him in a closet or something. Tie him up out back.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no, it's that dude.
I told him he could come for dinner sometime. I didn't think he'd just show up.
That guy is either aggressively gay or he's got something else going on. They're literally gonna put him in a closet. Get in the priest hole.
Not a sound.
Leave some food and water for him.
Have I come at a bad time? No, not at all. We were just,
Roger, say yes.
it's...
Send him away, Roger.
well, come in. Thank you.
Roger, come on.
Slanger.
Cheers to you both. Slanger.
But I don't know why this guy is in your house. I don't let people in my house easily. And if I don't want someone to be over, they're definitely not coming over.
Lovely to keep the history alive. I'm just gonna pop.
Don't leave him alone in your office. Oh my gosh, Roger. It's like every now and then with Roger when I think he's making progress and I like his character a little more. He does stupid stuff. Yeah, we have no idea what he did in that office. Is your grandpa like peeing in your closet? Because you've left him in there a long time.
It lift the turbines out their nests. You know, first of all, to get down there, we have to go through.
This guy weirds me out. He just seems like he's hitting on everyone, including the kid. It's uneasy.
Oh, did you get Craig's note about the rotor?
Roger's like, Bree, can we get him out of here now?
Just another wee drama.
Get him out of here. Go home.
No, it's a book.
A book?
Jamie's got the fun little fringies now, too. You're getting blind. You're getting blind. Yeah, you don't want a surgeon that needs glasses.
I find my spirits are lifted here around the fire with my men.
This guy seems weird.
On the battlefield, standing side by side.
You're coming in real intense.
With spirits up, glory is afoot.
Is he drunk or lost or something?
I am a true soldier.
Nah, you haven't done anything yet. I mean, you killed a guy in his house.
Oh,
This guy just won't leave.
Jamie would like to join us. I mean, he can spend a night at Bobby's if he'd like.
Dude, no, go away.
He'd love that.
This guy's clearly insinuating himself. Maybe I'm just not trusting of anyone. But when someone wants to be my friend, I'm like, what's your angle?
You didn't lock it?
I didn't think I'd have to.
Oh, great, now he's loose. I wouldn't stay in there that long. I'd be gone too.
Star Traveller. Is that what we're called?
Not quite.
Bree!
He's not really that scary, Mummy.
Yeah, we just watching TV. If you can bond with someone watching TV, they're legit. Even if they did hang your dad.
Why don't we let him sleep in the house tonight?
I was gonna put him in the backyard.
We'll make up the couch in the dining room.
That place is huge. You have to have another room. They always do that in TV shows. They'll have like a mansion and be like, well, I can make up a couch for you.
I can't take him to the school with me tomorrow. Can you take him to work with you?
It's like when you first get a puppy and you have to change your schedule around. Why is it better to take him to a giant dam with modern technology and not to a Gaelic class? Yeah, I think he would be like a great guest instructor at a Gaelic class. She's got a brand new job, which you could still get fired from easy, and you brought your pet time traveler to work.
Can you help me do that?
Your little ring had a stone in it?
Look, this is Rob Cameron.
Nice to meet you.
Why didn't you shake his hand? He knows you're weird. He doesn't want to shake your hand.
Sure, yeah, sounds right.
Look at him. He's like, you're touching that other man's wife! He knows. He's got that gut instinct to punch that guy for some reason.
Smiling a bit too much in your direction, methinks.
He picks up on it. Yep, there's a page sticking out of the back of it now because he went through your stuff because you're an idiot.
That's one of Jem's favourites. But, maybe you could take it back with you.
Don't be stupid.
And Mr. Cameron, I met today. He's trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. So clearly he is.
It was marked as 1778.
That could just be because you went missing at that year.
Which could mean that you never make it back to your own time.
Or he goes back and changes his name. Go back, shave your beard, and pretend you're someone else. I was going to say grow a mustache, but you already have one.
He thinks Rob Cameron has a hot eye for you.
Well, that's ridiculous.
No, it's not.
We've had dinner with him.
Yeah, and he was hitting on everyone at the table. Such a good song. Oh, I closed my eyes and opened it and her shirt was being opened.
Primal.
I don't need a sex scene with them. I don't like them that much. Who left their nice little coat behind? Whoa, okay.
Who are you then?
Ian looks so cool with his face painted.
You kiss me, Claire.
Oh, he's worried. It's so fun to see Jamie through so many cultural costumes, times and places. Oh shoot, it's about to happen. Ooh, it's going down.
Who do you think has a better bosom? Mrs. Lind or the Baroness?
This guy.
Won't matter if you tell me her name then, will it? It's Rachel. She's...
Oh, dang. Oh, it's... You get it. You... Oh! My gosh! Oh my gosh! It's like that... I think it was the sketch from The Whitest Kids You Know. The British fighting and wanting to take turns, and Americans just keep pot-shotting everyone. Like, you've taken one volley, it's our turn now! See, maybe you didn't want to be in the midst of war, William. Jamie's gonna have to face his son across the barrel of a gun or something, like he said. He's got that Highland blood and doesn't even know it. Look at him. He's an animal. Oh, dang. He's going beast mode. You gonna notice that page sticking out finally? Yeah. Come on, buddy. Put it together. Oh! Child screaming.
He'll be home tomorrow.
No, he's gone. He's not here.
Yeah, something's weird.
What do you mean by not here, sweetheart?
He's not here with me.
Oh, something's happening. You got psychic kids.
There were stones they screamed at me.
Oh, shoot. Did your kid go through the stones or something?
That bad man took him.
Yeah! Everyone can see the bad man! God, I remember, we used to have a rotary phone, and when you urgently want to call someone and you have to wait for it to go brrrr, brrrr, it's the worst.
Roger! It was Rob.
Yeah.
Jem isn't with Bobby. I just spoke to his mom and...
Yes!
Rob lives across the street from her. I made her go look and his car is gone.
Y'all are so stupid.
Someone disturbed the box in the study.
I kind of left him in there.
He's read the letters.
I can't with this. How am I supposed to like these people?
Oh God, Gaylis Duncan.
Yeah.
Gaylis bloody Duncan.
Yeah, she was awesome.
I wrote about her belief in the need for a blood sacrifice to travel.
Oh. Oh gosh. I can't with this.
Jamie!
I can't handle this. Wasn't the Tufty Club all about, like, basic safety? Like, don't go off with strange men? Oh, R.I.P. Draco Malfoy.
It's deep enough, I tell you. And I tell you it is not.
That's like 1.5 feet deep. It's not.
Home to claim their welcome, come ashes in an urn.
Ah, poetry makes you sad. Oh, it's gonna be that shot with Jamie laying down. Oh, shoot. Get up, bro. Why you always laying on battlefields? Get up. Oh my gosh. Bree and Roger, I'm sorry, they're kind of the worst. Like, I definitely have gone in waves of really liking them and being like, alright, maybe I was too harsh. And then it's like, why would you just let your kid go off with some dude that is weird as can be? How did they not see how weird this guy was? There's a reason, like parents want to meet the other parents before they do sleepovers. Anyway, the episode opens with Claire is writing a letter to Bree, kind of giving them an update on their situation. Back with Roger and Bree, Roger brings in his a bunch of greats grandpappy into the house, and they find out that he just kind of fell in through some stones and showed up there, and he saw Roger in town and kind of followed and was watching him because he knew that would likely be the only people that knew what he was going through, but he was still kind of like hiding out and just watching them. Then there's some scenes with Jamie's son and his like Draco Malfoy friend, kind of just to build their friendship up because we haven't seen this guy before and they want us to be attached before they kill him. Then back with Roger and Bree. Bree's talking to the grandpa dude, and Roger goes to look in his papers to see if he can find the family tree and the birth and death dates of his grandpappy. And he finds out that his death date is 1778, which he goes and asks him what year he left at, and that is the year he left at. Also, they tell him, yeah, I'm your descendant, and so it kind of weirds the dude out. Then they hear a car pulling up, and they think it's their kids being brought home, but it's that weird dude, Rob, who's, like, brought a bottle of wine over and is like, tonight we're gonna have dinner. Just unannounced. Send him away. But no, they don't. Like, Roger goes out there and just gets talked into letting the guy come in and even says, oh, no, it's not a bad time. And they just stick his grandpa Buck in, like, the priest hole closet with some sandwiches and are like, shh. The dude Rob says he wants to read Roger's grandpa's hymnals, and Roger just leaves him alone in his office. He already knows the dude read his book, so the dude clearly doesn't have a problem if something is in his hand to read it and go, this is not for me, but I'm gonna keep reading it and be nosy. And then you leave him in an office library full of all of your sensitive documents. If someone handed me a book and I started reading it and I go, this is not the book I expected, clearly this is a mistake, this is someone's personal journal or something, I would close it and be polite and give it back. But no, this dude read stuff he shouldn't be reading, and I can't with this. Then their kids come home, and Rob dude just stays for dinner, and I'm sorry, the guy is creepy. I would, as having kids around someone that is that kind of touchy-feely and weird, I'd get, like, vibes from him. I'm sorry, I would. So it's like, They're oblivious. I don't understand. Anyway, back with Claire and Jamie. Jamie gives Claire a book he found, and she's struggling to read it, so he's like, girl, you need glasses. And so she needs glasses, I guess. So back with William, they were going to try and, I think, make him be like a messenger again, and he really wants to be in the battles, so he finds his time to go talk to one of the head military guys, and basically like pleads his case that he wants to be there for the battle, so the guy's like, all right, sure. Then with Roger and Bree, they're just trying to get this dude out of the house, and he will not leave. He keeps being like, okay, now we'll have a drink. Now we'll hang out and talk. And then before he leaves, he's like, hey, I think your son could play with my nephew, and so can we set up like a sleepover? Which it's like, that's not the place of an uncle to make that request, ever. But he tells him this sob story that like his wife left him and took their child. And so they're like, oh yeah, well, we'll set up that play date and let our son go sleep at a place we've never seen with people we don't know. Meanwhile, Buck's just watching TV and bonding with the kids, and it's like, you meet someone and the first thing they do is hang you, and then they turn out to be really cool. And then you meet another guy who the first thing he does is lock you in a tunnel, and you're convinced he's cool, and he's not. The world is a weird place. Then again, Bree and Roger do another Bree and Roger move, where they're like, we need to go to work, but we don't want to leave this Buck dude in our house alone, so one of us has to take him to work with us. And Roger, who's basically almost doing a part-time, mostly volunteer that turned into a job gig, about the history of Scotland and Gaelic, is like, oh no, he can't come with me. And Bree, who just got a very fancy job, which is still new, working with like big technology, is like, he'll come to work with me. Like, what? So Bree takes him to work, and he talks. She asks him if he tried to go back through the stones, and he was kind of like weirded out by it, so he didn't even try. And his ring, the gym, is like gone, and so she tells him that you need a gym, and you need to think about where you want to go, and then you can go back through the stones. But she's kind of getting an inkling that like she feels like he doesn't want to go back. Then Rob comes up and is like way too smiley and like touching Bree's arm, and Buck's like, oh, that guy's bad news. Then after work, Roger is at home, and he finds Buck in the trailer, and Buck tells him, like, that Rob dude has got the hots for your wife, and Roger's like, you don't know what you're talking about, you thought I had the hots for my grandma, and so they just discount what he says. And then Roger tells him the year of his death, meaning that either he doesn't go back to the Stones, or he goes back to the Stones and dies right away, but they never ever consider the possibility that now that he has that knowledge, if he goes back, he could just change his name and let that death of his first name be written down and solve everything. They never think of that. I mean, I feel like Doc Brown, it's like you're not thinking fourth dimensionally. Then we get, in my book, an unnecessary sex scene between Bree and Roger. I don't need to see that. But before that, they talk about, like, Roger tells Bree that Buck is wary of Rob, and Bree's like, well, I'm wary of Buck because it doesn't seem like he wants to go back. Then with Jamie and Claire, a deserter comes into camp and tells them that they're mustering troops and they're about to fight. So Jamie's like, Claire, give me a kiss. I'm gonna go do war. Then we see William is with all of his troops lined up, and his little Draco friend is trying to make small talk about like what girls William might like. And while they're talking, the dude just gets shot in the head. Like one shot rings out and just shoots his friend in the head. William's like way too stunned by that, so like the rest of the troops start advancing, and he's just like staring at his dead friend, kind of freaking out. And like his boss dude yells at him like, hey, go fight, you're not doing the fighting. So then he gets all like Highlander rage and goes ham and just starts slashing everyone. Then we go back with Roger, and he's woken up in the middle of the night and decides to go into his office, and then finally notices that the box of Jamie and Claire's letters, there's like a page sticking out the back, and so he like realizes, oh, someone's been through this stuff. Duh. And as he's having that realization, he hears a scream outside, and his daughter's like, Jimmy's not here. And they're like, yeah, he's at a sleepover. And she's like, nah, he's not here. He's not in my head. Because they have some weird psychic wonder twin connection. And she describes what she saw and felt, and she basically saw Jimmy by the stones and buzzing and stuff. And then they're like, huh, that's weird. We should look into that. So Bree calls Rob's sister, and the sister's like, there's no sleepover. What are you talking about? And she tells the sister to go to Rob's house, and she goes there, and Rob's car is gone. So the dude stole your kid. I could, a million miles away, told you that dude was going to steal your kid. And Roger says he was in the Tufty Club. The Tufty Club must not have worked because it didn't teach anyone about stranger danger. So Roger gets in the car with Buck and they're racing to the stones. And Roger's like, I can't believe he just read all my stuff. I didn't see that coming. So at first Roger's worried that maybe he read Gaelus's notes thinking that the stones needed a blood sacrifice. But they get to the stones and nothing's there but Jimmy's little scarf, which has the Tufty pin on it. Then we go back with William, and it's after the battle, and they're burying their dead among the red coats, all of them, and the guys are like, it's deep enough, which it's like, that was 1.5 feet. People's noses would be sticking out of the dirt. But William's like, it's not deep enough. You keep digging. We gotta honor these people and not let them get dug up out of shallow graves. So he goes out and he's helping them dig, and the I don't know the military rank, so I'm just gonna say the war boss sees it and is like, yes, William's a man now. And so later at camp, the war boss guy tells William that, like, basically war changes you and you're a new man now. And he's like, yeah. And he says some poem about, like, leaving people behind or ashes to return or whatever. And then you see the battlefield and then you see Jamie's just flat out on the battlefield looking dead. But I don't think he's dead. Come on. But yeah, that's it. And then credits. I tell you, like, this episode had very little Jamie and Claire in it. It was mostly about Bree and Roger just being idiots. And I tell you, the Buck dude's kind of legit. He's kind of my favorite. I feel like if the way they shot this, they maybe shouldn't have made it so obvious Rob is awful. Like, I feel like they should have made the audience kind of identify with Bree and Roger more by making us also feel duped that this dude was bad. But, like, from the jump, the audience is made to not like and not trust him, and then he just seems so smarmy and weird and creepy, like, to everyone. As audience members, we're like, that guy's clearly bad news, so then you just are left feeling like Bree and Roger are stupid. And so I don't know if they wanted us to feel that Bree and Roger were stupid, but I feel like they should have tried to make us identify with them more by us also being duped. Otherwise, I'm just mad at their characters. They're idiots. Anyway, I got all heated from this episode, and it's hot again. I need to turn the air conditioning on. Anyway, I'm sorry this one was late. If I forgot anything or left anything out, if you guys want to talk about anything, drop a comment. Don't forget to do things, rate, comment, subscribe. I will catch you guys later. Until next time. Bye. Mwah.